Corruption is cancer that eats away at the fabric of our society. It undermines the rule of law, erodes public trust, and stifles economic growth. Corruption can take many forms and can be found in various sectors and industries. Here are some examples of corruption: bribery, offering or accepting money or other incentives in exchange for favors or preferential treatment. Embezzlement, stealing money or assets from a company or organization for personal gain. Nepotism, giving preferential treatment to family members or friends in hiring or promotion decisions, regardless of their qualifications. Kickbacks, receiving a percentage of a contract in exchange for awarding it to a particular company or individual. Extortion, demanding money or other forms of compensation in exchange for not causing harm or damage to a person or property. Money laundering, concealing the origin of illegally obtained money by making it appear to be legitimate. Insider trading, using confidential information to buy or sell stocks, securities, or other financial instruments for personal gain. Patronage, appointing people to positions of power based on loyalty or political affiliation, rather than qualifications or merit. Fraud, deceiving others for personal gains, such as falsifying financial statements or lying on tax returns. Conflict of interest, using a position of power for personal gains, such as awarding contracts to companies in which one has a financial interest. We all know that corruption is a problem, but what can we do to tackle it? How can we root out this scourge from our societies and ensure a better future for ourselves and our children? Firstly, we must recognize that corruption is not just a problem for the government to solve. It is a problem that affects all of us, and we all have a role to play in combating it. We must start by speaking out against corruption, whether it is in our workplaces, our communities, or our governments. We must refuse to be part of corrupt practices, and we must hold those who engage in corruption accountable. Secondly, we need to strengthen our institutions and systems to prevent corruption from taking root. This includes ensuring transparency and accountability in public procurement, strengthening anti-corruption laws and regulations, and promoting open and participatory governance. It also means investing in the training and capacity building of our law enforcement agencies, prosecutors, and judges to investigate and prosecute corrupt individuals. Thirdly, we need to raise awareness about the negative impacts of corruption and the benefits of good governance. We must educate our citizens about the consequences of corruption, both for individuals and for society as a whole. We must also highlight success stories of anti-corruption efforts, and promote positive role models who embody integrity and ethical values. Finally, we need to strengthen international cooperation and collaboration in fighting corruption. Corruption is a global problem that requires a coordinated response. We need to work together to share best practices, exchange information, and support each other in our efforts to combat corruption. On a final note, tackling corruption requires a comprehensive and coordinated approach. It is not something that can be solved overnight, but it is something that we can overcome if we work together. Let us all commit to doing our part to promote integrity, transparency, and accountability in our societies, and let us build a better future for ourselves and for generations to come.